What is happening? Good morning, everybody. It's good to see you, Scott and Goldstone. Good to see you. Thanks, Silver Player. RM for the follow. ASAP Moon 11. Dave Sherman, look at you. Sean. Oh, hi, too. Hey, guys. Lockdown 247. Tristal. HR hitter. Home run hitter. Obviously, Nick. Come on. Bry Guy. Delwall, the Wraith 73. Look at all these follows in the in between. J Matt and Andrew. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. That was what a day that was yesterday, huh? That was fantastic. Oh, it's Swayze Express and Arsadina and Brett Carswell and Ben Bingham. Dave Sherman, good to see you. Felix, what's up? Jordan, Bun Singles, good morning. Surprised you're awake already. Jordan edited my SB Roundup from last night. God, it felt so good to do that. It felt so good to write the SB Roundup again, you know? Like, one thing that, yeah, Pirates 162, no, I love it, Stanzel. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Goldstone. Oh, man, thanks for the sub, too. You're fantastic, man. That's amazing. Thank you. Oh no, I'm not doing that, Ben Brown. Good to see you though. I one really cool thing was I just want to give a shout out to Brett Goldhammer, who developed the new tools for making the SB Roundup for me, and it was the easiest process and most entertaining one. Thanks Goldstone. That I've had. So I'm just excited. It's I've had seasons where like I start the year and I already feel kind of burnt out, or I feel not really like ready to take on the gauntlet of 6 months. And we were, especially after last year, like I didn't really feel ready for those 2 months. It just didn't feel right. And this feels right. This season feels right. God, what a great day that was yesterday. You always kind of worry when you're in this. Like, it's my 7th year doing this as a job and everything. Like, this is my life now. And you worry that, like, you're going to lose that. Oh, man. No, it's the best. It was wonderful. But, yeah, we're going to get to this. So, if you guys are joining for the first time, First Pitch Podcast is going to be recorded. I generally get going with it around... Like, if I take a couple 5-10 minutes or so at the beginning just to get my bearings. I record the First Pitch Podcast, and I'll do my SB streamers as well. Today's going to be the first traditional First Pitch Podcast. We might not have Batter's Box because I did the terrible thing of not communicating to the Batter's Box team. Hey, guys, I need the blurbs from you. That's on me. But otherwise, save for like the hitting blurbs, we'll have a normal First Pitch Podcast. Which is really cool. So as always, you guys can leave any sort of questions. This is an AMA. That's kind of how I treat it. As I go through the entire podcast, I'll even interrupt the podcast at times to answer questions, as I often do edits. I do remember like doing the podcast and just being so proud, like, no edits, and I would throw the mic aside. Yeah, that's kind of rare. But yeah, I guess I'm going to kind of just jump in today on this wonderful, wonderful Friday. Excited for some more baseball today. It is interesting. None of the games are like, I don't know, as unreal as they were yesterday. Like the Alcantara at Glasnow one, oh my lord. How bad should I feel for dealing Giolito in Dynasty? Depends on what you got back. If you just lost him, Sherman, that's one thing. I mean... He looked really good. That changeup is still absurdly good. I still haven't seen that slider, though, like, really take shape yet. So he's kind of the same guy he was last year and the year before. So that's a really good pitcher, but it's not like a 2.5 ERA pitcher, I think we really need to understand that with Giolito. Even yesterday, he allowed 2 runs. Like, it wasn't Alcantara. Glasnow. But good morning, everyone. I've this is day 5 of this, and it doesn't feel like, I don't know, doesn't feel like it's a chore. It's a wonderful thing. It's like the best way to wake up for me. Do you think Woodruff's mess start was first game rust or a tough matchup? I would honestly, I would say if anything, it's the rust. I don't really think he pitched like that poorly. It just didn't kind of work like it normally does. I think he also didn't really overwhelm with heaters like he usually does. I think it's just really don't worry about it. Not to mention it was under 80 pitches. I think he could have gone 5. I think later in the season, if he was in that situation, he would have gone 5. So don't worry about Woodruff whatsoever. But yeah, this is how it's going to go. I'm going to start making my notes now. And you guys should leave any questions that you have here now. I'll answer many of them before the podcast, but I'll probably save a couple. I might even repeat one or two for the podcast because I want to, I like the idea of giving you guys, I think it's pretty cool. Like you leave a question here and then all of a sudden it's heard by thousands with your name attached to it. I want to give you guys that thing. Also, I want to it's a good plug for the Twitch as well. So I won't be doing that. Let's go. All right. Havoc Hurley, good to see you. Blumplespeen as well. I didn't really give you a proper hello. Custom Stash, you too. You rage quit the entire season last year. Well, I'm happy you're back, man. I'm happy that you're back. Custom Stash. Thoughts on Merriweather? It's kind of funny. I texted Eno. And I tweeted at him about I don't know if you guys remember from the broadcast. I was like, oh, Eno will love that changeup. And then he puts out the tweet being like, lovely changeup. Yeah, Merriweather throwing a 79 mile per hour changeup with good fade. And then 99 on the fastball is pretty entertaining. I see why you loved Merriweather instantly. I don't know if he's going to be a starter, though. It's just going to be a headache trying to... if Merriweather does become a starter, it's going to take time. You got to stretch him out. You got to go through that whole ordeal. And it's just... I hate it. It's so frustrating because, you just want a situation like Logan Webb. He has an opportunity, and it's just right out of the gate, Should we be concerned with Kyle Hendricks? I'm not going to lie. I am slightly concerned with the lower velocity. I am. I'm not going to rule out that he can't ramp it up, but it's a small margin of error for Kyle Hendricks. And if you might say, oh, he's already throwing slow. It doesn't matter. It does matter going to 85, 86 from 87 to 88. It does matter. Thoughts on the whole runner and second to start extra innings? Didn't realize we were still doing that. I'll be honest. I kind of love it. There's one part of me that is nostalgic for the games that go to the 16th and then you pull it out, It's like this real grind and you're in there together with everybody else in this purgatory. And finally you crack the door open together as you finally see the light. On the other side of it, it's it keeps it going. It doesn't slow down. Both teams have the same exact are in the same situation. So yeah, I kind of dig it, honestly. I know it's my purist of baseball hates it, but Nick Pollock, the person, loves it. How dope was Freddie Peralta? Not that dope. I probably should have mentioned him in the roundup. I bet I'll get a question or two about it. I'll bring him up in the podcast. Thanks for bringing him up now. Yeah, he wasn't as overwhelming. He still had fastball questions, 1 to 10, how concerned about Sixo's shoulder? Not at all. No. We were only expecting about 150 to 160 innings anyway from Sixo. Honestly, I mean, it does kind of stink that it's not in the IL. It's in the NA spot. But when Sixo returns, I don't think they limit him then. And that's what I talk about with hipsters and stuff that frustrates me, like the Dodgers, is you have all of these good pitchers, but you don't know when you're getting their innings. So the reason it's a hipster is that they stifle the entire roster because you don't know what you're supposed to do with it. But you have clarity if it's Sixto now. So it does still stifle, though, because it's April. You're going to have to stash him for April. It stinks. I'm not a fan of that. But at least it's not you don't know if you're getting a starter or not this week. You know you're not. So at least there's that benefit. How do you feel about Kikuchi's start today since the Giants hit lefties well last season and they hit Marco Gonzalez well yesterday? He was going to be my streaming pick. We'll talk about that one later. Good question there, Ben Bingham. Castillo got wrecked. Oh, my God. Yeah, that was something else. I have certainly rage quit games. Like, oh, yeah. I'm playing Arena in Hearthstone or something like that. Doing great. And then all of a sudden I just get trounced one game. I'm just like, I'm done. Nope. Nick Niter, but the new website, oh sweet. Oh, isn't it so good, Furtree? Like, it's such a good website, man. And it's just gonna get better. You know, it might take some time in season for us, but yeah, like the things we have planned already for 7.0 is just gonna build upon the foundation of those new player pages. So definitely enjoy that. Hey Mos, oh, thank you for being a part of it, man. Yeah, I'll try to as much as I can. I realize I can't just spend a day like that all the time, but I think I'll do it spontaneously if you guys are okay with it. For my own like mental health, I need to be able to have like the balance of doing this and then a personal work. But like right now, I'm like, I don't care. Give me all of the baseball. So, oh man, I'm so sorry. I can't translate that sentence. If someone can for me for Zegwinba. How come no one talks about Logan Allen? Great spring confirmed spots. Did they devil in the details? I don't really think that Goldson. I don't think that Logan Allen is that great. Maybe I gotta watch more Logan Allen. But he doesn't have. Yes, he has a rotation spot, but he doesn't have a rotation spot. Like it's gonna be, I think, piggybacked with Cal Quantrill. I'll be shocked if he goes like 6 innings or anything like that. It's gonna be 5 if he's lucky. And it's just not 150 to. That's funny, Ben. I don't really think like Logan Allen has like the reason we're into Logan Webb is because the changeup is this absurd weapon now. Logan Allen doesn't really have that absurd weapon. I just think it's not that. Yeah, he's like a good Toby, I guess maybe. How do I pat myself in the back without taking a victory lap? Why is something so irrational like jinxing seem so real? Sorry for the existential question. Who is this about? Is this about Marco Gonzalez? Because that's you just all you gotta do is note things. And admit, like, hey, guys, like, I know it's one outing. Like, I even put in the roundup. I stepped back. I said, look, he's going to have great stretches. He's going to do it. You know, I get it. What kind of form do you believe Kluber will come back with, especially since Yankees gave him the number 2 slot? It's a very good question. He hasn't been, like, the sharpest in the spring, but at the same time, Kluber's always been a slow starter. And I get a sense that we're not valuing that enough. Like we want to like make our assessment of Kluber like now and every year, say for like 2019-20 because we didn't have it. We've like the thing is like, okay, Corey Kluber, who do we trade for in May? It's Corey Kluber, you know? So we'll do that. All right. Keep the questions coming, by the way. I will get to all of them. I got to start doing the new stuff. So first I'm going to look at injuries. Josh Donaldson. Hurt hamstring. Running double. Dozier. What, do you take a pitch to the thumb? Oh, sweet. Is that who said that? Who has the batter's box blurbs? Jordan. Oh, is it because it's like about to go out? Okay, Adam Howe is supposed to send me the ones. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, so thanks a lot for telling me that, Jordan. You're awesome. But yeah, was it you guys know about Hunter Dozier? What happened? Like, was it a pitch to the thumb? I'll get to all your questions, guys. Please keep asking them. I'm going to be using them for the first bit podcast. It's the morning, whatever. The First Pitch podcast. I didn't like stream for a total of 9 hours yesterday. No, of course not. And I want to apologize, guys. I didn't realize that somehow the stream just ended. I don't know what I did. I think I kept going for like 10 more minutes without realizing that the stream ended. I felt terrible. Oh, don't do it, Jordan. All right, hold on. What is that? I don't care. Stupid spam. All right. Mr. Sandman. I still have Mr. Sandman stuck in my head after doing that SP Roundup pun. Nick Senzel could return this weekend. I'm going to change this orientation for a second. There we go. What happened to a torn cuticle? Cuticle? Well, you learn something every day. The cuticle is the base of your fingernail. Huh. All right. Had no idea. Frankie Montes has a torn... Should be ready to start on Monday. Austin Barnes. Oh man, fire of your Will Smith shares. Jeez, that's... All right, so these other injuries are just like what things we're waiting to do. Okay, cool. So this is all set. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. I don't think there's any other major injuries that happened. That's good. Any like major headlines that I should know of? I mean, generally that's like what it is. It's just when I talk about news, it's just injuries. And now I check Dan's wonderful. Oh, sweet. Thank you so much, Jordan. I got a trio here. Awesome. Good stuff. All right, guys. I'll take a quick look right now. Sorry. Okay. I gotta catch up on comments now. Where am I from? Oh, I'm from New York. Yeah, born and raised in Brooklyn. Thoughts on targets with skills that could get the job, like Chris Martin and Tanner Rainey. Honestly, Havoc Hurler reliever questions. I'm sorry. Rick Graham is your boy. He is your boy. Oh, postseason, then 100% goes back to normal. There's no way they're doing that in postseason. Custom stash. Yeah, they're not doing the man on second in postseason. Yeah, I know Kikuchi is a little bit scary because of that. Who can shoot up the list the fastest in the first week, in your opinion? I'll do that one for the cast. Good question, Dave Sherman. I'll save it for the cast. Talk me off the ledge of Luis Castillo. I'll certainly do that during the podcast. Jay Beasy. Yeah, don't worry. Like, I don't know. It's the first start of the year. He got kind of unlucky in that first inning with a pair of home runs. Dylan Carlson 3-1 shot, and Goldschmidt pushed it. Like, that's not going to continue. Don't worry. I Hey, what's up, Sperry? Good to see you. Um, Interesting. And yeah. By the way, yeah, super cold. Yeah, right. Yeah, below 50-degree weather. Very good point. Pamplemousse version. Okay, I'll take a listen to that, Ben Bingham. What did I do before living for a living? I was I worked at Guitar Center for a year after college, and then I actually have a job running a weird news website and then a film distribution company's website. So I have experience with some experience with like management and building WordPress sites. So it kind of was like the perfect merge into baseball, considering everything else. Monta's injury happened in spring. He threw a sim game. I think he's starting Monday. Cool. I'm just going to mention that anyway. Thanks for that, though, Swayze. Will I be dropping Dylan Cease in 2 weeks? Good question. I'll allow that for the podcast custom stash. I love being a good man on second. Good to see you, Josh. Hey, this is what's gonna happen now. The roundups. I'm even tempted to think like maybe tonight I'll write the roundup. Because like weekends generally like before noon I want the SB roundup out, but during the week it's gonna be out by 2 a.m. And then I'm gonna then it's like a 6-hour sleep for me. Get used to that. Get used to tired Nick. A weird news website picture list. That's funny. That's not what it was. Yep, I taught myself all that stuff. I've been messing around with Audacity for a little while though, because of I like played music and stuff. But the podcast editing, all that, like YouTube is a wonderful place, man. That Bellinger home run was, you gotta be joking. Yeah, I play guitar. Yeah, I got myself I call it a purse, which is a PRS Custom 24. Funny story about that. Essentially, someone bought it for me at Guitar Center. Like a customer came in, bought it for the person he was working with. I knew that guy didn't play guitar, so I essentially told him, "Hey man, tell him you want that specific PRS, and I'll give you $1,000 for it." So he was happy he got $1,000. I'm happy I got a PRS for a $2,500 discount. How am I supposed to feed my family with this? Yeah, I feel kind of weird about how I'm supposed to feed my family with this, because I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to make fun of people. Actually, there are a lot of people that struggle to eat, and I've kind of had this like mental battle with that term, because I think it is a funny thing. Isn't like, how am I supposed to, what is this? This is ridiculous. I need more strikeouts from you. How am I supposed to do that? But then I don't want to make fun of those that are like serious situations. I also recognize that like there are a lot of people that latch onto that term specifically. So I don't want to, I want to embrace that. Like there's that community aspect to that phrase specifically now, but I just want to, get out of here. You just started designing and building guitars last year, custom stash. Oh man, you're a luthier. Oh, that's really cool, man. Are you inside PL Plus? I would love to see some of your work. That's really, really cool, man. Grod26, thanks for the follow. Same with Gabe. Gabe Bitches and B Gibbs, 15. You guys are awesome. All right, cool. So I'm going to now, I've got 2 questions. Probably I'll take one more that I can add to the podcast. So, actually, I'll take, Adam Spieler. That was a good question. I'm going to take that one you asked about Sixo. Cool. Now I need to do 2 things. One, look at my streamer rank for today. It's still Yusei Kikuchi. Yeah, I'm still starting him against the Giants. Then who would be tomorrow? Actually, I think I'm just gonna do today's streamer, and if you guys want the more information on it, you go to because the timing just doesn't work out like it used to. By the way, I don't know if you guys are noticing the curved edges and the shadow on the headline box inside of articles now. I think it's gorgeous. I built the CSS myself. But I'm in love with it. I think it just looks so much better than just the standard like square and no shadow. I call it cloud design is what is like is like how I'm approaching like the Pitcherless website. I don't know. Those are the little things that I get excited about. Okay. My thoughts on Colton Wong. I don't really have thoughts on him, but I think he's like a good discount middle infielder, but not someone I really want to start at my second base spot. Yeah, PitchCon did. Yep. How am I supposed to feed? Yeah, that's right, Felix. Oh, you're not quite a luthier, but if you're making like designing and building guitars, you'll get there, man. That's really cool. And yeah, that's just a cool thing, Custom Stash. And how much should I put into Castillo getting the save yesterday with Diego? Probably a decent amount, honestly. I mean, we have our bullpen depth charts. That's every single day. The reliever team is so good at that. You guys should definitely see a Custom Stash. You guys should definitely check out that article every single day with Rick Graham and his team. It is absurdly helpful. It's like, I mean, when I think about like the undervalued pitcher list articles and resources, top of my list is like Rick Graham's reliever stuff with the daily bullpen depth charts. Every day showing you like what changes are going to be made, who might get the vulture save today. It's unbelievable. You can just win your daily leagues with that one article. And just like not even get saves in the draft and just rely on that. It's so good. That would say that's like an underrated one. Obviously, I would say the streamer ranks because I think that's just a really helpful thing for everybody. Batter's box is stupid good. The best moments in baseball is such a great daily piece. All right, okay. I need to really quickly. I didn't inspect Freddie Peralta enough. Give me 2 seconds. I watched it. But I didn't really like go through. I should have done it last night, but it was late. My feeling was, oh, that's better than I thought. Oh, yeah, by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the fact that we had the SP Roundup with a dedicated image. Justin Paradis putting it together. Oh, Lord. How did... Oh man. All right, let's see if I can show this and just this to you guys. This is ridiculous. All right. Okay. Yeah, I can do this. Look at this. Do you see this strike zone plot from Freddie Peralta? Does this look like someone that is in full control of where his pitches are going? Like, are you? Look at this. This is all over the place. They're calling it a curveball. This isn't a curveball though. This is a slider. His new slider here. I mean, this isn't innately terrible. Like, these are good. Maybe not this one, but like these are good of curveballs. These fastballs. I mean, look. If I'm going to do this and it's going to tell me that it's separated, I would be absolutely shocked. So Freddie Peralta, let's see. Is this like jamming right-handers, jamming lefties, and jamming right-handers? I would be so shocked. Yeah, no. This is righties. And he tried to stay away and like, I mean, these are good. These are pretty good. These are not. These are okay. Actually, this is really good around the edges. I think it's right-handed batters. This is fine. I mean, no. Probably a mistake. I mean, it's chaos. It's chaos. But hey, whatever. He ended up with, what was it? He ended up with like 38% CSW, 53 pitches. And lowest was 36. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, I still can't quit him because despite the erratic nature, what was the? I mean, what was the? Oh man, he needed. Yeah, okay. This is the thing. Oh, you guys can see that part. He needed 53 pitches to get 6 outs. At some point, I know I'm going late right now because I'm rambling, and this is probably going to happen a lot. But the podcast actually is going to be pretty quick. Something I am going to be talking about this year, we're looking at right now is Freddie Peralta and the fact that he has 53 pitches in just 2 innings. And I know it was 6 strikeouts, but like pitcher and efficiency is huge. And a stat that I know I like in the same way of CSW, if you guys remember, because you guys are awesome. You read the roundup in 2018. I was talking about CSW before Alex was like, hey, we should probably do an article on this, right? So throughout 2018, I was like, CSW is a big thing, and no one knew about it, but just SP roundup people. I will be talking about pitches per out this year. And maybe at some point I will put together like the data to showcase why pitches per out I think is one of the next like very basic stats that makes so much sense, but we just don't talk about it when it comes to like pitcher efficiency. And in general, the goal, if you're great, like 5 pitches per out is what you're aiming for. That's essentially 90 pitches for 6 innings. Generally what we've been seeing is like a lot of 20 excuse me is like 6 pitches per out, 6 to 7. And this one, 53 for 6 outs is 9 pitches per out. Like, that's so inefficient. For every single out that Peralta gets, he has to throw 9 pitches yesterday. Ooh. This is Baseball Savant. I mean, if you guys aren't using Baseball Savant, you gotta. It's everything. Yeah, you can. They changed how it looks. I'm just starting to get used to it. It is a little more streamlined, but they had like just one thing with the game fee last year that was incredibly helpful. But anyway, okay, I am going to start recording here. I need a poll from yesterday. I forgot to do that. I need to get the lines from yesterday that I'm going to talk about. Let's see. Who am I going to ramble about today? All right, Sandy Alcantara. He did that. Giolito, no. Bundy, no. Gaussman, yes. Marco Gonzalez, yes. Greinke, no. Bassett. Do I need to talk about Bassett? Nah, I do need to talk about Boyd. No, don't need to talk about Ryu. Cole, cool. Hendricks, yep. Essentially, like, was there something interesting to note that makes you change things? I'm going to say really quickly, like, don't worry about Maeda. Glasnow is, like, the dopest of dope. So, yeah, man, this is going to be a long podcast. Don't do this, Nick. You can do this. Stay strong. Nola, Fried, you're fine. Bieber, you're fine. Fine, I'll say really quickly, like, Bieber did things. Marquez, no. I'll talk you guys down from Woodruff. Darvish, same thing. Oh, man, it's because there are all these aces that y'all are going to be terrified about. Not y'all, but you know what I mean. That you just have to, like, mention things. Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm not going to actually... Yeah, right. I'm not going to actually, like, talk about them. I'm just going to say their names. And be like, don't worry about these guys. Yeah, okay. All right. I think I'm all set for the First Pitch podcast. Goldschmidt's. All right, cool. I mean, yeah, people have called that for a while. Like, it was. I mean, I think the first edition of the Slutter was Jake Arrieta. Should have streamed Cool? No, you shouldn't have. I mean, Cool wouldn't have been a good start anyway. Like, what was it, Chad? Cool, 3 innings, 1 earned run. You got a 1.33 whip and 2 strikeouts. That's not anything you want. Let's see. Any news who caused the COVID? I haven't seen anything. Rick Ram. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Rick Graham. He's brilliant. Yeah, I think you're right, Goldstone. But anyway, I will say Means versus Eovaldi happening today. And aiming for Sunday start. Is it Sunday or is it? Let me go to the Twitter news channel. Sorry, MLB News. It's amazing. Hey, that's pretty cool news on Soroka. Soroka will be back possibly if there's no setbacks on the 23rd. I'm not going to bring up Alex Reyes. Excuse me. I just want to double check on more news to make sure I didn't miss anything massive. Oh, I want to get the Turnbull. All right. Ha. You could have gotten both. But yeah, I mean, look, no victory laps. Who knows how the rest of the season will go, blah, blah, blah. It was really fun. You guys, if you watched Alcantara with me yesterday, you know how much no, I won't be concerned with Bassett getting pulled after 68. Kind of proud of the victory laps. No, don't be worried about that. I mean, they were losing at that time. He had already thrown 5.1 innings. You know, like, it wasn't a situation of they're controlling him. Actually, by the way, I should mention Chris Bassett in here, so I appreciate you. Let me get a massive wave out of the way of just all the aces who didn't do well, and then I'll go into Alcantara and stuff. Okay. These are the questions. Cool. I'll save that for the end. Oh, hey, thanks so much, Dayton, for the follow. All right. So here we go, guys. I'm gonna record the first pitch podcast now. I would say Merriweather's just a fireman right now. Okay, here we go. Whew. I'm glad I still have my voice, by the way. I was really worried about this. Professor Gingerbeer, good to see you, by the way. Okay, gotta. All right. Here we go. What is happening? Welcome to the First Pitch Podcast, your morning podcast from pitcherlist.com. My name is Nick Pollock. Today is April 2nd, and we are going to talk about baseball. Happy Friday, everybody, and happy post-opening day. What a fantastic day that was. Man, I live streamed for, I think, a total of 9 hours yesterday. It was 7 hours straight from 1 to 8 p.m. for opening day. It was so much fun. I mean, seriously, that was such a wonderful day of baseball. So many fun starts to watch and performances, and we'll talk about all of them today. But of course, if you didn't know, I am live streaming right now on Twitch at twitch.tv/pitcherless. I will be doing so every 8:30 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday Eastern Time. So please come by, ask all the questions you want. It's a fantastic way to wake up. I enjoy it thoroughly. And you'll see me record this podcast and all the little things I do to make it. But news from yesterday's games, Josh Donaldson hurt his hamstring running out a double. A little bit concerning there. We're going to get more information on that, but expect him to be out at least a couple games as he nurses that hamstring. Hunter Dozier hurt his thumb. We couldn't really figure out exactly how he hurt it, but definitely monitor that as well. It could be out of lineups. Nick Senzel is dealing with a shoulder injury. He could return this weekend. Frankie Montas has been dealing with a torn cuticle. That is the bottom of his fingernail, as I learned today. He should be ready to start on Monday, but monitor that, of course. Austin Barnes left yesterday's game with a hand injury. It could mean that Will Smith is getting more playing time in the short term. Trevor Rosenthal went to the IL with shoulder inflammation. Was very surprising before the game started yesterday. It does look like Jake Diekman is going to be the closer early on. We'll see. We expected Diekman to be more of the fireman, but with this IL stint, Diekman could run away with the closer job. Means and Eovaldi was postponed yesterday. That is the Orioles and Red Sox. They are playing today instead. Eovaldi is a stream. Means a little concerned going against that powerful Red Sox lineup. Spencer Turnbull had COVID and he has been cleared to resume throwing. Hopefully he will return in mid-April or so. The Mets and Nationals are hoping to be playing on Saturday after they had to be postponed yesterday due to COVID. Hopefully everything is all right there. The Mets are COVID-free. Hopefully the Nationals are able to quarantine those that got it, and they're aiming for Saturday at the moment. And then there's Mike Soroka, who, barring any setbacks, could be sliding into the rotation during the second homestand for the Braves, and that would start on April 23rd. Really, really exciting stuff, considering you got Mike Soroka at a severe or significant discount in your drafts, and maybe only missed about 2-3 starts. For a guy that was going to be limited in innings anyway, well, this might be just perfect for you. You have him in the IL spot, and then he goes and pitches comfortably through the year. So we're excited about Soroka. Hopefully he does start his 2021 campaign on April 23rd. It does mean that the Braves will need at least one more starter in that fifth rotation spot. They're skipping the first pass of the rotation, but it probably will mean Kyle Wright or Bryce Wilson, something like that, the second time through. Maybe it's a bullpen game. I don't think so. I think you're going to see one of those guys come up. Doesn't mean I'm going to start them, but just something to consider. Hitting performances from yesterday's games, courtesy of Adam Howe. We have Paul Goldschmidt, who went 4 for 5 with 2 doubles, 3 runs, and an RBI. Not all top lines have to have a homer in them, though. Goldschmidt, man. So this is something about the First Pitch podcast you guys are going to know. I mess up the hitter blurbs all the time. All right, so I can do this. Here we go. Hitting performances from yesterday's games, courtesy of Adam. I'll do that again. Hitting performances from yesterday's game. Hitting performances courtesy of. Nope. Thanks. This is the problem with live streaming. You guys see all the mess ups. Okay. Hitting performances from yesterday's games, courtesy of Adam Howe. We're going to lead with Paul Goldschmidt, who went 4 for 5 with 2 doubles and 3 runs and an RBI. Not all top lines have to have a homer in them, though Goldschmidt thought he might have had one. The hits just keep coming as the Cardinals took it to the Reds early and often led by Goldschmidt's 103-mile-per-hour home run double in the first. Goldie wouldn't be deterred after a peer review that would take away his long ball, recording a total of 5 hard hit balls in the game. Though Goldschmidt made it on base 4 times in the night, the Reds couldn't keep him there as he was knocked in 3 times by 3 different teammates throughout the game, including new teammate Nolan Arenado, who went 2 for 5 in the Cardinals' debut. We have Ketel Marte, who went 4 for 5 with a double, a home run, 2 runs, and an RBI. A triple away from the cycle, Marte was feeling good as he returned to center field for the Diamondbacks on opening day. With his 400-foot home run that went to dead center and 107, 101 mile per hour doubles. Ridiculous. Conor Marte did exactly what he could on opening day to ease the fear that his bat may take a hit as he readjusts to the outfield. And then there's Chris Owings, second baseman for the Rockies, went 3 for 3 with a triple. 3 runs, an RBI, a walk, and 2 stolen bases. Owings may have had the hardest hit ball in Coors on Thursday, but it was his wheels that had fantasy managers excited. For those who took a flyer on the Rockies utility fill-in, they were rewarded with 2 swipes on the night to go with his 3-hit performance. It may be worth noting that Owens' weakest hit ball was hit harder than the fastest pitch he saw on the night. That is 92.6 miles per hour versus 92.2. Cool stat there from Adam Howe. Whew. I gotta... Oh, man. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much. I am no Jordan White. Oh, man. Okay. It's much more fun doing the pitching ones because I don't have to read anything. I could just kind of like trust that I can do it. Okay. Pitching performances from yesterday's games. Well, before I get to my lead, I just want to talk about all the aces that went who did not have the starts that you wanted. Kenta Maeda, Shane Bieber, Brandon Woodruff, Yu Darvish, Clayton Kershaw, Jack Flaherty, Luis Castillo, all of them allowed at least 3 earned runs. Don't be concerned. Maeda, whatever. It wasn't quite the pristine command you wanted. Don't worry, he's going to be fine. Shane Bieber was throwing in a blizzard from the first 2 innings. It was ridiculous. He's going to be fine. Brandon Woodruff didn't quite have the same kind of fastball command that you want. Or really, I don't even want to say that. The fastball dominance that we normally see, he's going to be fine. Yu Darvish allowed 2 home runs suddenly in the 5th inning. He's going to be fine. Clayton Kershaw inside of course. Yes, he wasn't at 91.5. He was at 90 and change. I like to think that Kershaw is going to be just fine. Jack Flaherty allowed 6 earned runs while Castillo allowed 8 earned runs. It was sub 50 degree weather. I mean, they are going to be fine. Don't worry. I'm not changing their spots on the list on Monday. It's the first start of the year. They're aces because you're going to trust them through the entire season, not just for opening day. Now, there were a lot of other starters, though, that I think had performances of note to take in moving forward. I led with Sandy Alcantara. My lord, I had so much fun watching Alcantara against Tyler Glasnow. Seriously, the best game. Alcantara won 6 innings of 0 earned runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. His changeup at 93 was so filthy, throwing fastballs on the edge at 97, 98. You have sliders that were getting backdoor called strikes as well. Actually had a 43% CSW on sliders, and even as I was watching it, I was a little frustrated that he didn't have the command to essentially get a strike out of it whenever he wanted. That's the one problem with CSW is that sometimes it doesn't quite highlight the fact that a lot of the times the other half of it are balls and not balls in play. So like 57% ball rate, I believe it was, or something close to it. And there were times when he needed that slider and didn't quite have it, which is why I'm going to say that he's not quite finished. That is Alcantara with that slider, but still 43% CSW. You should be really happy with that as his number 3 pitch. Yeah, Alcantara was just great. And this is someone who's going to go 6 innings a ton. I mean, we talk about 180 innings being the new 200. Alcantara, I mean, I think he can go 190 innings this year, especially considering everyone else going like 150, 160 that we're okay with. Alcantara, he's not going to slow down this year. They're not going to baby him. He's already throwing 6 innings on opening day. All those aces I mentioned did not go 6 innings. Like only a couple did yesterday. So I'm very excited about Alcantara. On the other side was Tyler Glasnow, who also went 6 innings. Pretty amazing. He threw only 76 pitches. He probably could have gone longer, and I hope that moving forward in the season, the Rays are going to allow him to do so. I understand opening day, you want to have a shorter leash. Glasnow was phenomenal. That new slider is, I mean, it's one of the best pitches in baseball already. He had I believe a 40% CSW on it. It was something else. And the thing I've talked about with Glasnow before is he's a volatile pitcher where he needs a pitch that he can comfortably throw for strikes. That is the slider. The curveball wasn't that. Slider is. He had 6 strikeouts, 6 innings pitched, 0 runs, 1 hit, 1 walk. I don't even know how, or 0 walks. I don't know how the Marlins even got that 1 hit. he is going to be filthy. And as long as that slider sticks around, which we don't know it will yet, he had it in the spring, he had it here, but it's still new enough that it could go away. So I don't want to just guarantee like, oh, now he has the slider. Not necessarily true, but very, very exciting there. Gotta edit that out. Kevin Gausman went 6.2 innings, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 6 Ks against the Mariners. It's an excellent start for those that went and got him. I have to preach a little bit of concern. First, oh man, ooh, it just hit a wall. All right. Kevin Gausman went 6.2 innings, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 6 Ks. Very exciting for those that did draft Kevin Gausman. However, there is a little bit of a concern here. Look, fastball was about taking a half slower than last year. If you remember, in 2020, we got excited about Kevin Gausman because his fastball improved. It had increased velocity, much better command, while a splitter was pretty much the same pitch, and that slider is not the pitch that you want. I mean, maybe it's the curveball. It's the breaking ball. It's just, it's not a good breaking ball. I'm a little concerned because the splitter wasn't that good yesterday. He had over 40% CSW on the fastball, which is great. I don't know if he can sustain that against a team that isn't the Mariners. Look, I didn't know how the Mariners were going to look offensively, but yeah, they are not a good offense. It does get a bit more difficult now for Gausman. He has a tough schedule the next 3 starts, including the Reds, who I think are a bit undervalued, and you also have the Phillies that are a bit undervalued. It's a tough start as well next. I believe it's the Astros. It's just a little too concerning for me with Gausman, and I think this can get worse in a hurry. I know it's very early, but if there's anyone that I would be selling high from today, it's him and, well, Matthew Boyd, who went 5.2 innings, 0 earned runs, 3 hits, 4 walks, and 2 Ks. It was that blizzard that Bieber had to deal with for the first 2 innings. I'll give him a pass for that. Fastball wasn't very good, lower velocity on it. Slider wasn't the pitch that we saw in 2019. Changeup did get some good results, but it was a very shaky start from Boyd overall. I feel like the final line is a product of pitching against Cleveland. Now he gets the Twins, and I do not want to start him for that. I believe it's the Astros after that, too. It's just not good. Not what you want from Matthew Boyd. I'm not starting for the next 2 starts. He would get Pittsburgh after that, and I think I'd be in for it, but this isn't all of a sudden the resurgence of Matthew Boyd. I think there's a lot to be concerned about here. Marco Gonzalez went the opposite of Kevin Gausman, 6.0 innings of 5 earned runs, 8 hits, 3 walks, and 2 Ks. He did not look good in this one. Essentially, Gonzalez needs to get ahead and do well with his fastball because his secondary stuff isn't much to write home about, and the fastball wasn't very good. Remember, it's a sub 80 mile per hour heater, and he didn't command it well, and that's it. That's the story of Marco Gonzalez. Hopefully he can recover. This was supposed to be the easier start for Marco Gonzalez. I think it's just going to be a Toby season. I mean, you guys know that. He's going to have stretches of doing really well. It's just, this is going to happen to Marco Gonzalez. We have Kyle Hendricks, who didn't perform well against the Pirates. 3 innings of 3 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Allowed a 2-run shot to Brian Hayes in the first before he even recorded an out. Hendricks also had a slower fastball. It was 85-86 as opposed to 87-88. We joke about the velocity of Kyle Hendricks normally, but it's a small margin for error. He needs to be throwing 87-88. And 85-86 isn't going to cut it. Way more hittable down there, and there is concern here. He did not have a good spring. He may ramp up, and I'm not going to act now the same way that I didn't act last year. It's Kyle Hendricks' rule after a complete game shutout in an opening day, but it is a little bit concerning, and hopefully he can get that velocity back in the next start. Chris Bassett went 5.1 innings, 3 earned runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. He only threw about 70 pitches or so in this one, and he's still somewhat efficient there. But Bassett doesn't really have the secondary stuff to allow him to prevent 3 earned runs when he doesn't have his sinker getting a super high CSW. He had about 30% or just underneath it on his sinker yesterday. I'm not too thrilled about Chris Bassett. He's got another tough start next, and I wouldn't start. I mean, it's borderline. I wouldn't get too excited about Bassett. I will say, if you've rostered him now, he does get 2 lovely starts after the next one, so you might just want to hold on through that if you've already held at this point. And lastly, we have. Actually, we don't have anyone else. That's it. Okay. All right. Looking forward to today's games. Here is Mark with the weather. Thanks, Mark. Today's streamer is Yusei Kikuchi against the San Francisco Giants. Yes, we just saw the right-handed bats take out a lefty in Marco Gonzalez yesterday. Still, I think Kikuchi is the best one to go for. Not a good streaming slate overall. I would prefer Nathan Eovaldi versus the Orioles instead of Kikuchi, but Eovaldi is rostered in more leagues. Now, what I do every single podcast is I do take questions from the Twitch chat and answer them really quickly at the end of this podcast. So we've got 3 quick ones here. Dave Sherman says, who can shoot up the list fastest in the first week, in your opinion? I'm kind of feeling Alcantara a bit, but no, let's the first week is likely you're not gonna have many guys shooting up, just because a lot of the ones that would shoot up would be 4 or 5 starters, and we're not going to see them pitch before Monday. So not really too many guys can really accelerate up the list, unless Means absolutely goes and dominates the Red Sox. I don't really think we're going to see some major changes there. Custom Sash asks, will I be dropping Dylan Cease in 2 weeks? You could be dropping him after his first start if he just walks everybody. We'll see where the command is at, and I'm very curious to watch that one. There's someone, Sherman. Dylan Cease isn't going before Monday. Take it back. And lastly, Adam Spieler asks, 1 to 10, how concerned are we about Sixo's shoulder? Honestly, not that concerned. I think that he's going to be held down for a little bit longer, which is really frustrating because he might be in the NA spot as opposed to the IL spot. But we weren't expecting 180 innings from Sixo anyway. We're expecting him at 150 or so, and it makes it a lot clearer as a fantasy manager when he comes back in, let's say it's the end of April, maybe it's May 1st. Well, then he just pitches the entire season comfortably, and that feels really good as a fantasy manager. You'll be starting with confidence. So actually, that's all right. But that's going to do it for today. Remember, live streaming every single morning, 8:30 to 10 a.m. on twitch.tv/pitcherlist. Also, you should be getting PL Plus. It's amazing. You get our 800-plus member Discord. It was so cool seeing it fly by yesterday for opening day. We have Plaid where we all hang out at night. You get all of these article notifications, all this kind of stuff you want. And also, you support us and what we do here with this podcast, with the entire site. So please consider getting PL Plus. But that's going to do it today. So my name is Nick Pollock, and that is everything you need to know. Okay. Oh, no, it's already 9:30. Oh, boy. I am behind today. Too many edits. Ugh, boy, that was rough. That was rough. All right, I got to listen back to this stuff. Sorry, guys. I got to get this one. Ugh. Okay, there's the hitting performances. Can you guys hear the desktop audio? I'll give it to you so you can hear what I'm doing. Hitting performances. Oh, where is it? It's over here. Ah, man. Hitting before. There it is. Okay. I think it's right here. Hitting performances from yesterday's games, courtesy of Adam Howe. We're going to leave good. 92.2. Cool stat there from Adam Howe. Okay, there's pitch performances coming up here. Pitching performances from yesterday's games. Well, before I get to my lead, I just want to talk about all the aces that now he has the slider. Not necessarily true, but very exciting there. Kevin Gausman went 6.2 innings, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 2. No, I did that one again, didn't I? Kevin Gausman went 6.2 innings, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 2 walks, and then what's over here? And lastly, there's no lastly, Nick. Thanks, Mark. Today's streamer is you. Oh, that's Mark with the weather. Okay. Actually, we don't have anyone else. That's it. Okay. Looking forward to. Okay, that's looking forward to today. Here's Mark with the weather. Thanks, Mark. Let's get that. Media. Oh, I gotta pin this to the taskbar. Okay. Got to get Mark with the weather. Always got to have Mark with the weather. Let's do that. Oh, I realize I'm not showing this to you guys. I should be. I'm sorry. Hey. let me make this better for y'all. I gotta find that. Oh yeah, no, I gotta delete all this. Okay, this goes over here. Mark with the weather. Oh, let's hear it. I gotta edit that probably.
Thanks, Nick.
I love that so much. It makes me so happy every time. Thanks, Nick.
As well. Have a good one.
Have a good one, Mark. You're the best. I love it. All right. Here is Mark with the weather. Okay, there's too much of a pause. I was thinking that as I did it. Okay. And then we go like this. Edit out. Then cut. Paste.
Have a good one.
Thanks, Mark. Today's cool. Now I do my chains. Gotta get my chains. I just do this. I realize that like I'm with you guys now. And I forget how much I just randomly sing things. Oh my god. So what is that? Is that a snake for Audacity? Hey, what's up? What is your name? Adele AOC. Good to see you. Oh, thanks so much for the follow. Whiskey Jack, appreciate you. All right. Let's get this up here. Grab these two. Oh no, I have two. This is too long of a you gotta do both of those tracks, otherwise I'll mess up like the timing I have later on. Because I deleted both of those, this is consistent. But I only did these two because I didn't mess up this one, fortunately. I think. I gotta test that now, great.
And that is everything you need to know.
Oh, I can hear that little hit. Yeah, that thing, get out of here. Yeah. Cool. All right, we are going to export this. All right, it's going to be a little late today, and I'm upset at myself. I'm trying to really nail down the before 9:30 as best as I can. All right, we got to do Omni now. Omni Studio. Hey, look at that. Oh, nice. Look at that. Beautiful. This is Omni Studio, by the way. It is the coolest of cool. I guess I don't really mind like showing you guys numbers and stuff. Did that finish? That finished. Okay. I mean, I guess I should mind. Whoops, not pin. I want to duplicate. I gotta duplicate in. I gotta duplicate this. But I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm happy that you guys kind of see like how we're doing and everything like that. Instead of to come to Twitch here before 9:30, yeah. But I want like, you know, yeah, it's so if you guys don't know Omni Studio, this is what we use for our podcast hosting and everything because we have 20 shows. It's kind of remarkable. There are a lot of questions about like how do you pay for this or do that? Here's Mark with the weather. I love doing that. I love saying that so much. I think we're live here. Is this good? Is this published? Yeah, published. Cool. All right, good. So with Omni, what's really, I mean, this is just a super powerful thing. And what's really, really cool about it, I want to say this really quickly, is they have a whole thing about playlists and clips so that theoretically that guys, this is, by the way, I can't emphasize enough how amazing this graphic is. Like Justin Paradis. This is one of my favorite things he's ever done. Look at this. This is such a dope podcast logo. The First Pitch Podcast. Like, Oh my God. He's so good at it. But anyway, so how Omni Studio works is that you have your clips that are essentially your podcast episodes, and then you have your playlists that are actually the RSS feed that goes out to Apple and Spotify and all that kind of stuff, right? So their really cool thing is that you can essentially make a clip of something and then send it to multiple feeds. So what we do, 2 playlists. I have, you can't see this. I have it go to the individual First Pitch podcast feed, but also the main one that you guys know. And that's automatic. I have that set up inside of it. So it's really, really cool because we have, essentially now it's 14 podcasts a week on that main feed. Actually, I guess 13. Oh yeah, I gotta send one out to the main feed today. I didn't do that. That's on me. But I can still do it. But anyway, that's the idea, is like we get to have these individualized feeds and then also the main one. And it just makes everything super easy. It's also, they have all these incredible features. Like I can make videos with Headliner doing this. They have transcriptions if you want to do that. They have really good analytics. They have a whole edit audio thing built in. It's such a cool, simple setup. Oh yeah, we can see reviews. We can read reviews together. By the way, we don't have any reviews for First Pitch Podcast yet. So if you want to be awesome, give us 5 stars in a review. That would be incredibly cool. And also Nick Pollock and friends that could use more too. You guys would be dope if you could do that. But yeah, anyway, here are all of our podcasts. Oh yeah, here's the new Talking Pitching one, by the way. You guys were curious about this. Look at this logo. This is an old one, but look at this one. This is J.R. Kane's. What an awesome album cover. When we are going to be, doing more stuff. But yeah, we're going to be, using that more. But anyway, that is that stuff. Now I need to do my streamers of the day. So that's the next part of this. Also, I gotta need to catch up on your questions. All right, what did I miss here? Cuticle. Oh, not cuticle? Whoops. Thank you so much. Oh my God, 6 a.m. here. Wow, that's awesome. Ginger beard. All right, let's see here. Oh man, you dropped Pablo Lopez for Alcantara last minute. How far apart are they? I would try to pick. I think they're both good. I feel like it's also kind of like a Zach Plesac, Aaron Savali thing from last year, where both are going to be good. Like, you want both Savali and Lopez. Yarbrough, good stream. Oh yeah, if you can, I would absolutely start Yarbrough today. I think he's rostered in too many leagues though. I gotta get back like. Okay, I gotta assign my bookmarks again because I need to. Okay, hold on. I have to get this bookmark done. So remove this. Put that in here. This is the only thing I use Fantasy Pros for is their roster percentage. Yarbrough's at 44%. So that's not as ideal. Get rid of these things now. So that's the case there. Let's see. You guys are great. Look at you. Like, everyone is saying cuticle. Yep. Noted. Moving forward. I was too late. Have a cup of coffee. Cup of schmo. Can get it on the picture of the store. Happens all the time. We were watching the next Tim Kirchkin. Oh my God. That's an incredible honor. Takes me like 1,000 takes. Oh, you do it too, man? There's no way I'm cursing. No way. Why can't I type fork? I'm catching them in all the comments, guys. I'm sorry. This is really entertaining. This is amazing. Yes, I hate my own voice too, but you just deal with it, you know? Oh, Padres is the next Gaussman one. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's the bad one. Boys in shambles. I'm so sorry. By the time Pirates, Sonny Gray and Odorizzi will be back, and I would, yeah, that's true. If that's your case, then I would swap him. I mean, I would swap Boyd out for Odorizzi. The Pirates gave a tough start against Hendricks. Maybe I'm like undervaluing their offense, so something to consider there. Have I commented on Cole Irving? Yeah, I'm not touching Cole Irving or Dalton Jeffries. Whoever it is, doesn't really matter. Mark is fake. You still not throwing out lies. Does Peel Plus include Mark? Mark is there, so yeah. How long did it take? It took a while, but you just gotta you just power through it, you know. It helps being embarrassed alone, you know. Like, I'm not listening to it with a crowd of people that I see, as I'm just like, oh my god, my voice, you know. I can't actually see the people listening to it, so you know, it helped certainly with that process. Professor Gingerbeard. I mean, yeah, I want to say this the right way. Keep in mind, like, there are some people that do a really good job with those blurbs that you see a lot. But those blurbs are generally just like, you know, they're required to put out something on them, and it's like a quick take and stuff. So, those are good points of like, hey, it's a 675 ERA and 154 WHIP and 17% strikeout rate in those innings. But I mean, there's, you know, a lot of those things. It doesn't matter what it is. They're just trying to get out something quick. But yeah, I mean, they do such a good job that I can never put out blurbs like they do. It's amazing. But yeah, always obviously do your own thing. For changeups, what matters more, movement or the velocity difference? I'm a guy on movement personally. You're gonna have both, but if it's like 6 miles per hour more movement or 15 miles per hour no movement, I want the movement. It's gonna be a difference anyway, and then you're just getting an addition of plane, which is very, very good. You guys are hilarious. Thoughts on Bodie? I don't think about him. I don't know. Sorry, I focus mostly on starting pitching. I can't really help too much with that. I would say, if you are curious about it, go to Batter's Box, leave a comment, and you're going to get a fantastic answer from Adam Howe. Start or bench John Means in Fenway today. Depends on your situation. I'm a little hesitant, but I have to start him in multiple leagues, and I think I'm going to do it, and we're going to cross our fingers together there. I think like Means is someone that needs like 3 starts, and then he's going to be good. Pirates offense was good all spring, had a bunch of good at-bats yesterday. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like we're undervaluing. I certainly have. Undervaluing the Pirates. Is Frankie Montas startable next week against the Dodgers in Houston? I didn't mention it. Don't worry. Don't apologize, MLB Star. Keep asking all the questions, guys. I will get to as many as I can. That's the purpose of this. Is he startable? Yeah. I would like to be careful if I can. Dodgers are a really good offense, and Astros are really good too. Excitement, class, and humor. That sounds great to me, Goldstone. Is Freddie Peralta a starter? Yeah. What's up with his relief appearance? Good question. DI, I'm gonna call you. He's the 5th starter, which means that you can throw. Like, traditionally in season, you can't pitch a relief when the ace goes because you just pitched yesterday. Peralta didn't because this is the start of the season, so he's gonna pitch that 5th game anyway. You know, doesn't really change anything because there's also a day off in between. It's just like he started today or yesterday or something like that. You know. Thoughts on Bumgarner? Velocity is better. That is a good thing. I should have mentioned it inside the First Pitch podcast. Bumgarner higher velocity is actually a good thing, over 90, which is really good on average. Good CSWs across the board too. But he's against the Padres, and that's kind of rough. He gets Coors next. That's kind of rough. But yeah, it might be a silver lining after that. Definitely monitor that situation with Bumgarner. And if he's still doing good CSW stuff in Coors, just getting beat when the ball's getting in play, you might want to actually get a really sneaky ad after that. As Garrett Richards supposed to be the starter for Boston on Sunday versus the O's. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to RotoWire's schedule, and it does look like they have Garrett Richards on Sunday. I'm just telling you right now, guys, get RotoWire's subscription just for their scheduled starters. It is like they put so much work into it. Like they literally have people hired. Their only job is to get this schedule right. Use that all the time. What do I think about Rich Hill tomorrow versus Miami? I believe it's a piggybacked start. I could be wrong about that. I don't love it just because I think it's going to be shorter, but if I'm not really worried about like the length of it, you shouldn't be. Hill, yeah, that should be a good start. He should perform well, I think, against Miami. Miami's not a good offense. I mean, we just saw how helpless they were against Glasnow. It was Glasnow, but like he didn't have any confidence that he could do anything yesterday. Hey, thanks so much, Baseball Fan 500 for the follow. Same with you, Shmel 47, and Elman forgot this password. Yeah, by the way, guys, I'm doing this reminder because I'm told to say it. But yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch sub. So please consider that. It's completely free on your end for doing a Twitch Prime sub on this channel. Trying to get more subs because that's what we're supposed to do when we unlock things. We get more subs, and then I can get partner, and then I can actually have control of like ads for you guys and all that stuff. So that would be pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna move forward to doing the hey, let's thanks a lot for the follow, LF of GV. What would that be? What would that LF of GV? I don't know. Little fellow of Great Virginia. Left fielder of Georgia Vec. I'm sorry. Welcome to this morning. And by the way, y'all, I am putting out the SP Roundup like at midnight. Oh no, at 2 a.m. or so during the week. So if you have any like starter questions, I've got it all answered there for the SP Roundup from yesterday's games. It's like that's the article. Everything I do is because of the SP Roundup, you know. Okay, but I need to write this article for today. Colin Charles is my hero. If you guys don't know that, you should. All right. Where is this? Oh, right. Okay. So we just reorganized the Discord, and it's wonderful. But I just got to get the hang of it. Cool. So Colin Charles did me a massive solid and organized this. I gotta yeah, get rid of this. Colin Charles did a massive solid for me and made like this amazing spreadsheet. It's inside of PL Plus if you do that. Do I listen to other baseball podcasts? Not as much as I should, just because like I'm focused on making content myself. The ones that are amazing are like Rates and Barrels, essentially. That's the one I do try to catch. I also try and catch as many as I can of like our network, just because I want to support them and I want to. I mean, they're good, obviously, but I want to help them out and give them tips and all that kind of stuff and just kind of see how they're doing. So yeah, listen to all of our main ones. Short Hops and Tall Tales is an amazing one. On the Wire, In the Deep. Those guys are all fantastic on the farm. But yeah, Rates and Bales is great. I feel like that's pretty telling. But yeah, by the way, guys, I'm talking to Alex Chamberlain later today for Nick Pollock and Friends. Can't wait for that. That's gonna be a fun one. I am not like in rhythm when it comes to making this SB streamer article. Streamers. Mr. Sandman, bring me your dreams. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I should be I should be streaming this for you guys. Get me out of here. You don't want to see me, you want to see this. The good stuff. All right. So I'm going to change this slightly. What? No. How do I do it in slobs? Okay, wait, hold on. I can do it in... Oh. I can only do... Is it alt? No. I'm used to OBS where holding alt and then the corner allows you to crop. How do you crop in slobs? What is the keystroke? All right, fine. I'll just do this, I guess. That's how I want it to be. Okay. So what happens now is I take this, copy this, put it in here. Is it gonna do it well? It's loading it, which I don't know why it's taking so long to load this. This is nothing. Oh, that's why it's doing it. Okay. Why isn't it loading forever? No, you know what? I'll just do this. This is obviously the way I should do this every day. I just need to be able to translate it. Dun, 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 dun. Seriously? This is a very simple copy and paste. Okay. There you go. Oh, I should yeah, the real thing I should be doing is this and this, but I was too slow on the draw today. And yeah, guys, don't worry. I'm going to double check to make sure that this is the same that we expected. So let me double check over here. Nope, go away. Oh, this says Caleb's. No, it's Caleb. I'm just being stupid. Yeah, this all looks good. Yep. Okay, cool. We are all set there. And then I want to go to this, go to Pinterest Table Maker. I got to make tomorrow's, so this, I got to make this table. Should I be lazy or not? I'm not going to be lazy for you guys, don't worry. Okay. So what I have to do is I have to go into, if you guys remember this, I have to reconstruct this every day. So there will be an auto start. There will be these, so I can get rid of this. Essentially just get rid of this for now, and then I start ranking, right? Okay. Bring your four seams. That is not a good start. That's a better one. I should double check this first. I'm not going to be lazy, guys. I'm going to do this right. I will not be lazy. Caleb Smith. Yep. Morden. Yep. Harvey. Yep. Hawk. Arietta. Molly, please sack. Gray. Lynn. Yep. You just gotta double check. I don't want to put out bad information. Okay. Oh, they have it as this. This is not gonna be that. It's gonna be this. This is gonna be Max Scherzer. This is why you do it. Musgrove, Flexen, Webb, Wainwright, Hill. Cool. And lastly, Stripling, which I already did. Okay. Going up here. Plesac is wonderful. Harvey! Just kidding. All right. Sorry for the very loud peak. These are all high-ish. I'm all about that Control X, Control V life. Let's move that away. Do I have more coffee? No, I don't. No more coffee. Oh, I'm so sorry, Goldstone. I will mention, I just want to say, like, I am not going to rule out the possibility that that Harvey does well. I won't do it. I think there's a chance. Excuse me. Wow, Cole's going. Huh. Huh. What's his second start now? His second start is going to be still Houston. Then he might get Detroit, though. That is Cole Irvin. But yeah, I wouldn't start him for either Houston start. Okay, that's Cole. Man, it's so annoying how they just completely change schedules. They just like, whatever. Whatever you think, not going to happen. Get down here. You're going up here. You're going over here. This is over here. Okay, let me, well, over here. This is actually might be a very sneaky start. Okay, at the bottom, yes, it's going to be Matt Harvey. Tyler Anderson. Are any of these worse? Probably this. And then this. Get you guys in here. Let's just open it up. I think Stripling's going to do worse. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah. Okay. So DeGrom, Scherzer, easy. Plesac is such an obvious, like, go and demolish. A little tougher. Is this the next one? No, it's this. Then no, I prefer this. For this. Then I'll have Burns in here. No, I'll probably no. First start of the year, Corbin Burns is probably gonna be more limited. Let's pull this down. Let's go here, here, here. Do I like Minor against Texas or Corey Kluber, Tyler Mahle? This is really close. This is really, really, really close. Man, because it's a case of like, Minor has a chance of going the longest. Corey Kluber could just be absolutely filthy, but this is a really good lineup. And Molly, like, I don't think he's going to go that long. This is going to be nuts, but I'm going to do this. It's just that it's the first start with Kluber against the Jays, guys. I'm still going. This is all improbable start here. And I probably would. No, I would probably make this. I would make this a questionable one. I'm probably going to start Logan Webb though. Questionable start. Questionable start. Questionable start. I think I prefer Hawk, honestly, against the Orioles here. Questionable start. And then this is the do not start. Okay, so we're going to pull this down. Do not start. It's here. Then this is questionable start, questionable start. Questionable start, questionable start. Then probable start is here. And those others are auto starts. Look at me getting it exactly right there. So what we do is we go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, and then we do this 3 early. So you just go like this, go like this, then go like this. Ta-da. Okay. Grab that. Put it into the wonderful table maker. Preview it. Make the... can I? Yeah, that's fine. Now you guys, I'll show you this. We're improving this table maker. But it still works and does its job right now. Who is the streaming pick of the day? It might be Hawk. This might be it. I mean, let's see what Mike Minor's definitely rostered. Excuse me. Like Tanner Hawk is a 5% right now. Webb is... Oh, Logan Webb is 15%. So I guess I can do that. But man, I really want to highlight that too. Minor's 20%. I can do this. Wow. You got a lot of good streams. So there you go. I need to step up my spreadsheet game. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's a very, very basic spread. Like, literally all I'm doing, guys, is Control X and, cut and paste. And then all this is I learned that if you go like 1, 2, 3, you can just highlight this and then expand out, and it will just be like, oh, I can figure out what it is. Actually, I think you can even do 1, 2, and it'll figure it out. Yeah. That's literally my spreadsheet game. That's it. Having trouble not thinking the Marlins rotation can cause some serious problems. I absolutely agree with you. Agnes Bit. Yeah, they are an amazing rotation. Like seriously, it's really good. And you also have Trevor Rogers as the 5. Like what? You also have Edward Cabrera, who's in the waiting. And the 1, 2, 3 thing, I thought to myself, there's no way that someone hasn't figured this out. There's got to be a shortcut for this. And then I found that by Googling. Yeah, I could see starting Webb over Kluber. Like, I'm wrestling with that. You're not crazy whatsoever. You might be, honestly, I might change this. The hesitation I have is that we literally haven't seen like Logan Webb do it in season yet. And Corey Kluber, despite being the Jays, is like a good floor. Like I would be surprised. I'm not saying he's not going to. I'd be surprised if he got lit up for something. Logan Webb, like, that could happen, you know? Oh, really? Can I do that? Can I just do that? No. What are you saying? Just hit what? What are you talking about? You can also double click the little square at the bottom right of the 1 and 2 says, and it'll all complete without you dragging them down. What are you talking about? Highlight all of them first, okay? Highlight the first 2. Ha! Look at that. Now I prefer this. It's fun doing this. That's pretty cool. You guys are great. All right. So that is this table. I think that's done. I feel good about this. I might swap these two. I'll put it in the notes. I have a question for you guys. Do you want, like, I normally what I was planning was just to kind of end the stream here, and then I write my notes. Do you want to, like, you want me to keep going until I write my notes and everything? It's just gonna be me kind of quietly talking to myself. It's up to you guys. Excelsior. That's funny. This is Sunday, Friday. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. What an amazing team we have here. Can't express that enough. Keep going, says Custom Stash. All right. It's just going to be me hanging out. As I write. Hey, thanks so much, Brad Path, for subbing with Amazon Prime. You're awesome. That changed already. Good. I feel like I'm going to just leave this always. Like, this is just helpful notes that you guys should know for it. So this is the same. Nothing changed here, right? Like, oh no, yeah, okay. All right. So cool. Let's write some notes. Okay. Let's just not do the date because then I have to change it tomorrow. All right. Da 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 da. You gotta promote this as much as possible. That's what I've been told. Let's see. What do we know if Saturday and Sunday are postponed yet for the Nats Mets? All I know is that they're saying that they're aiming for Saturday. I'll put a question mark here. Good point. Thanks for bringing that up. Cheers, yay baseball. Yeah, thanks, Brad Path. Notes all day long. No, this really helps me, honestly. Like, I'd be tempted after the stream not to continue working on this. So I'm glad that you guys want to sit here and will, like, encourage me to sit and write the notes. So this is very, very helpful. All right. All right. The questionable starters are who again? Okay. Should I do it like that every day? This is kind of interesting formatting. I'm just happy I didn't have to choose Jake Arrieta. Um. Hey, thanks so much, W Relent. Why receive Relent? I don't know, but thanks, thanks for the follow, man. Nick, this is a baseball podcast. Very true, and I hate that I said that. Do we think we're in for another rough day for starters like yesterday? Not sure where the forecast is, but the cold seemed to play a major factor. That's a good point. I wouldn't say so. I mean, what is it today? It's Snell in Arizona. I mean, Snell, I don't think that's a cold factor. Bauer, I don't really think. I mean, it's Bauer, whatever. Like, we only have 3 auto starts today. Pablo Lopez, I mean, that wasn't a factor there. Jesus Luzardo wouldn't be a factor. Yarbo would not be a factor. Keuchel would not be a factor. Kikuchi wouldn't be a factor. Eovaldi, maybe. That's kind of the one that's... I'm going to take away the question marks for these. Eovaldi may actually be a cold thing. If you want to play that game, by all means. Christian Javier is still a questionable one. John Means already was a questionable one. Andrew Heaney is certainly a questionable one. So that hopefully should answer it. It's more questionable than the other ones. I think you can still do it. Yeah, I think I'd still start Eovaldi against the Orioles. But I that's an interesting point, and I don't blame anyone that wants to go that direction instead. All right. I think that's good. Did you guys see any typos or anything? I didn't see anything.